right here now.
Call to order this meeting of the DeSoto County Board of Education, June 27th. Please stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We need to approve the agenda. This is also your recommendation.
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve the agenda.
I need a motion.
Make that motion.
Need a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Mr. Olson, Superintendent's report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just want to bring to your attention the CSI, TSI, and ATSI information that is in your board packet, and that's all that I have today.
Thank you, Mr. Olson. Mr. Keith, you have an attorney's report?
Yes, sir, I have a personnel, contract matter that we'll need to take up in the executive session.
Thank you, sir. We need to approve the minutes for the June 4th, 2026 special call budget hearing and June 4th, 2026 board meeting. Do we have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And the consent agenda from line A to XXX. Mr. Olson, do you have a recommendation?
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve the consent agenda.
Do we have a motion?
I make that motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Okay, new business, Mr. Williams. Thank you, sir. How you doing?
Right, how are you?
Line item A, Mr. Williams.
So requesting the board to approve the 2026-2027 budget as presented during the June 4th budget hearing.
Mr. Olson, do you have a recommendation?
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve the 2026-27 budget.
Do we have a motion?
I make that motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Line item B, Mr. Williams.
Just a reverse auction was held on June the 5th for district netbook chargers. I recommend that the board accept the lowest and the best bid submitted by Aztec Computers LLC.
Mr. Olson, do you have a recommendation?
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve the lowest and best bid from Aztec Computers for the netbook chargers.
Do we have a motion?
I make that motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Line item C, Mr. Williams.
So included in your packet is a letter and supporting documentation from Horn Lake Middle School principal. School is requesting authorization to pay a vendor for services rendered before a purchase order was issued. The employee responsible has received additional guidance regarding the purchasing procedures to ensure future compliance.
Mr. Olson, do you have a recommendation?
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve the request to pay the vendor for Horn Lake Middle School.
Do we have a motion?
Make the motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Line item D, Mr. Williams.
This Lake Cormorant High School is requesting authorization to pay a vendor for commodities received before a purchase order was issued. The invoices were identified during a records review following a recent personnel transition at the school. The new bookkeeper is receiving training on all the purchasing procedures and additional safeguards have been implemented.
Mr. Olson, do you have a recommendation?
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve the request to pay the vendor for Lake Corner High School.
Need a motion?
I make that motion.
Do you have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Ms. Ranger. Ms. Abby?
Morning. Good
Good morning. Line item is
Okay, our revenue collections through April for general funds are at $328,437,711, which continues to run 1% higher than the FY '25 revenues at $324,388,237. The increase is due to the increased valuation of ad valorem and the increased MSFF. Revenues for all funds are at $368,768,879, which is actually a decrease of 1% over FY '25. Now, that is due to ESSER. ESSER is still behind us, but it's still showing up. So I had my last request of $6 million, even though the revenues are up 1%, which equates to a little over $4 million. My last request was $6 million, therefore that's the net effect of that. Okay, our general fund expenditures through April are at $282,752,008, which continues to trend 11% higher than the FY '25 expenditures of $254,115,430. Expenditures for all funds are at $352,430,042, which includes construction expenditures. The increase in expenditures is still in line with the budget and still trending lower than the budget projections.
Mr. Olson, do you have a recommendation?
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve the statement of revenue and expenditures for April 2026.
Do you have a motion?
I make that motion.
Do you have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Line item, yeah.
Okay, the fund balance for all general funds is sitting at $222,227,188, which is down 8% over FY '25, which was at $240,879,400.
Mr. Olson, do you have a recommendation?
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve the combined balance sheet for April 2026.
Do I have a motion?
I make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Line item G, Ms. Abby.
The April cash balance for district maintenance is at $217,502,271, which is 80% of the cash balance for all funds, standing at $270,218,556. The amount invested with Smith Shellnut and Regions Bank at the end of April is at $52,968,708.
Mr. Olson, do you have a recommendation?
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve the statement of cash flow for April 2026.
Do we have a motion?
I make that
Do
motion.
we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Line item H, Ms. Abby.
All bank statements have been reconciled with no exceptions.
Mr. Olson, do you have a recommendation?
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve certification of bank reconciliations for April 2026.
Do I have a motion?
I make that motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you so much. What you do. Mr. Burton, how are you doing? Line item I.
Yes, sir. This is policy DJCA. We are asking you to revise this policy due to the Mississippi School Board Association May 2026 policy updates. This is due to the December pay schedule change and to make things clearer for employees with contracts that.
Mr. Olson, do you have a recommendation?
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve revised board policy DJCA.
Do you have a motion?
I make that motion.
Do you have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Line item J, Mr. Burton.
Yes, sir. This is policy EEAC. We are asking you to revise this policy to make things clearer regarding balances that are not at zero of certain funds.
Mr. Olson, do you have a recommendation?
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve revised board policy EEAC.
Do you have a motion?
I make that motion.
Do you have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Line item K, Mr. Burton.
Yes, sir. This is policy GBA. We are asking you to revise this policy due to the MSBA May 2026 policy updates. This is also due to the December pay schedule change.
Mr. Olson, do you have a recommendation?
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve the revised board policy GBA.
Do we have a motion?
Make that motion.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Line item 10, Mr. Perkins.
Yes, sir. This is policy GBRI. We are asking you to revise this policy to clarify guidelines for the child nutrition department.
Mr. Olson, do you have a recommendation?
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve revised board policy GBRI.
Do I have a motion?
I make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Line item E, Mr. Perkins.
Yes, sir. This is policy IDDFAA. We are asking you to revise this policy to make sure this policy covers as many situations as possible.
Mr. Olson, do you have a recommendation?
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve the revised board policy IDDFAA.
Do we have a motion?
I make that motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Line item P is Mr. Perkins.
Yes, sir. This is policy IIA. We are asking you to revise this policy to make it clear that this applies to all surveys and all staff members and students as it relates to information regarding the school or district.
Mr. Olson, do you have a recommendation?
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve the revised board policy IIA.
Do we have a motion?
I make that motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Line item O, Mr. Perkins.
Yes, sir. This is policy JGFCB. We're asking you to revise this policy to change the requirement from 4 end-of-course tests to the 3 that we now have.
Mr. Olson, do you have a recommendation?
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve the revised board policy JGFCB.
Do I have a motion?
I make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Line item D, Mr. Perkins.
Yes, sir. This is policy LAA. We're asking you to revise this policy due to the Mississippi School Board Association May 2026 policy updates that aligns this with the NDE guidelines.
Mr. Olson, do you have a recommendation?
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve the revised board policy LAA.
Do I have a motion?
Make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Mr. Perkins. Good morning. You personnel.
Personnel is pages 1 through 6. Recommendations, pages 7 and 9 are personnel changes. Page 10 is a memo for myself to reclassify dual credit clerks from 200 days to 187 days. Page 11 is the 26-27 assistant principal supplement additions. Page 12 is a 26-27 license recommendation and 26-27 classified recommendations. Page 13 is a memo from Ms. Turner, Director of Workforce Development, request for an employee to receive additional compensation for the development and lead within Naviance for students. Page 14 is a memo from Ms. Michael, our Director of Academic Support, request to provide a stipend of $100 for all new teachers who attend New Teacher Academy on July 22nd. Page 15 through 18 is a memo and job description for myself to reclassify the cohort clerk to be paid for emphasis and cohort pay scale, combining those. Page 19 through 30 is a memo form and job description to reclassify the following position to be paid for the technology and warehouse pay scale. Page 31 is a memo from Mr. White, Director of Physical Plant, on employees whose jobs require them to work outside their scheduled hours and will need to receive comp hours. Page 32 is a memo from Mr. White on a request to reclassify one 230-day maintenance position to a 230-day maintenance tech position. Page 33 is a memo from Mr. Williams, Director of Transportation, on the following employees to attend the Mississippi Association of Public Transportation Conference on June the 26th. This is a non-scheduled workday for 230-day employees. Page 34 through 46 is a memo and job description of Ms. Hallmark, Director of Child Nutrition, on the approval to add one assistant director position and revise other positions within the department to better align with the needs of the department. Page 47 is a memo from Ms. Goss, Director of Special Education, on the following sped allocations for the 26-27 school year. Page 48 through 50 is a memo and job description of Ms. Goss on request to add a manifestation and termination coordinator. This would handle the majority of MDR meetings from 26-27 with a salary of $69,000, and it will be paid out of special education funds. Page 51, request for additional pay from Ms. Turner for the following employees to receive an additional hours of $30 per hour beginning 7/1 through 7/27. On the rest, additional pay will be 30 unless mentioned otherwise. Page 52 through 53 is a request for additional pay from Ms. Russell, our Director of Secondary Schools, request for teachers, foreign teachers to work 30 hours for the new biology curriculum this weekend, 6/23 and end on 3/30/27. Sorry. Page 54 is a request for additional pay from Ms. Russell on the corrected employee to work summer librarian committee for a total of 30 hours beginning 5/28 through 6/30. Page 55 is a request for additional pay from Ms. Russell on teachers to work on college and career committee for a total of 20 hours beginning 6/23 through 6/30. Page 56 through 57 is a request from Ms. Michael on employees to work on the new teacher content summer committee. This will be a total of 16 hours, July 14th to July 16th. Page 58, 59 is a request from Ms. Michael on a teacher to work on the mentor summer committee up to 40 hours beginning July 7th through July 22nd. Page 60 through 61 is a request for additional pay from Ms. Russell on the counselors who will work 20 additional hours to oversee dual credit program. They will be paid at their hourly rate of pay. That will begin July 1st and end June 30th of 27. Pages 62 through 63 is from Ms. Dunning, our Director of Intermediate Schools, on the following teachers who will work 24 hours on the Science Adoption Summer Committee from July 6th through July 10th. Page 64 is a request for additional pay from Ms. Dunning on people who work as lead professional development teachers of 24 hours, July 6th through July 23rd. Page 65 through 66, request from Ms. Dunning on teachers who will serve on the new teacher content committee for math and science, grades 3 through 5, beginning July 14th through July 16th. Page 67 is a request for additional pay from Ms. Dunning on teachers to serve on the new content committee for ELA, grades 3 through 5, beginning July 14th through July 16th. Page 68 through 69, request for additional pay from Ms. Hallmark on the request for the following staff members for summer meal operation, begins June 2nd, and it'll go through July 15th for a total of 70 hours. And this is at Corn Lake High School. This was already approved. However, we had to move locations for a construction project, and it made us change the dates about one day. Page 70 through it's a 26, 27 central services non-pay scale, and pages 71 through 95 is a 26, 27 pay scales.
Mr. Wilson, do you have a recommendation?
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the board to approve personnel as presented.
Do I have a motion?
I make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Thank you, sir. Now I need a motion for consideration of closed session to determine whether the board should enter an executive session for the following matters: attorneys, personnel, contract matters. I need a motion.
I make that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, Mr. Chase will come back and inform you whether we stand executive session.